What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video, we're creating a portrait illustration of a Minotaur. Let's begin by setting up our drawing with a series of guidelines. We're going to start by sketching a line coming down the center of our page. So let's start at the very top in the middle. Just going to lightly work our way down towards the bottom. And then along the top, let's add another line going across from left to right. And then we'll use these two lines to help us create a circle along the top of our page. So from that center point, step up, mark off the top of our circle. Now we want to take that same distance down towards the bottom and do the same thing. Let's repeat that across this horizontal line. So measuring the distance from the center over towards the left and then the right side. Let's connect the center point of each mark with a curve to create our circle. So we'll start with the top left. I'm just going to loosely work our way around. And the circle doesn't have to be perfect. We just want to get the right size and placement along the top center of the page. Let's add a line coming down the side of our circle. So we'll start with the left and then the right side. And then we're going to add another line going across the bottom of our circle. Now with that circle and guidelines in place, let's start blocking out the main facial features. Let's go halfway between the outside line and the center on the left. Draw a straight line coming all the way down. And we'll separate the right side. Let's connect the side of our circle to this point with a straight angled line coming down. And then halfway along that line, just curve the eye coming down and then in toward the bottom point. From the inside corner of the eyes, let's angle this down and then in towards the middle. And then from that center point, let's step down, draw a line going across. Now I'm going to draw in the nostrils. Going back to the center, angle this up and then out towards the side. Angle this up and in. From the tip of the nose, let's step down, draw another line going across. Let's leave a gap in the center, go to the left side, angle this down and then out towards that line on the side. Let's go up. Draw a straight line going across. Now I'm just going to block in the fangs across the bottom. Go up and in. Come down and in towards the bottom. From the bottom of the mouth, let's step down. Draw a straight line going across the chin. Now from the outside of the eye line to this bottom point, draw a straight angled line coming down across the jaw. Now let's go back to the side of our circle and draw a socket for the horns. We're going to start on the left. Bend this in and then back out like a half circle. And we'll bend the outside of the horns going up towards the top. So we'll start on the bottom left, going up and then out. Just mirror that over on the right side. Just round out the horns and then bend that in. Now I want to taper the horn coming back around, in, and then down toward the inside of the socket on the top. Let's add the ears just underneath the horns. Starting from the bottom, angle this up and out with a straight line. And we'll curve the ear coming down and then back in, just pulling it up along the side of the head. Now I want to surround the outside of the head with the fur, so we're just going to add a guide, starting from the top of the horn, going up the middle, and then back down. Now we're going to continue that curve going through the horns, around the side of the head, and then bend that back in. Let's bend this down towards the bottom of our page. And we'll just draw on the top of the shoulders, starting from the left side, bend this out, and then down towards the side of our page. Now that we have a rough sketch, I'm going to go back and lightly erase some of these guidelines. Now we want to use this rough sketch as a guide to add some more detail and refine the shape. Now I'd like to start with the eyes. Let's start with the inside edge of the brow. Start from the inside corner of the eye, just bending this up and in. Just adding these folds. Add another one in between, going up the middle. I'm just going to add some folds going across the side of the nose. From the eye, just going to stretch that skin coming down. Come along the side of the nostrils. Just going to add some shape to the side, bending that down. I'm just going to connect the nostril into one. Move down and add some shape to the mouth. Refining the shape of the teeth. Just add a few smaller teeth inside. I'm just going to raise up the cheekbones. Add a little bit of fur texture coming out from the side of the head. I'm just going to blend that into a beard on the bottom of the chin. Add a little bit of texture inside the horns. These little curves going up towards the top. And some fur across the top of the head. Now we're going to go back and just clean up our drawing one final time before we add some more detail and shading. I'm just going to add a bone going through the nose. Just bending this down along the side. And we're going to start to layer in some smaller details. And now we're going to go ahead and start tracing out our contours. I always like to start with the eyes, just layering on some more detail as we go. Also some wrinkles and folds. Now I'm just adding some curls across the top of the head. Just gonna mess this up a little bit on the top. Just adding some rough textures inside. Now I'm going to switch to my 2mm pencil and start adding some shadows. Let's start by adding a shadow across the inside of the head, around the hair. So we use the flat side of our pencil, and just working with the flow of the hair coming down and out. I'm just going to work our way around the side of the head, adding some dark textures. And this is going to help push the head forward and bring all the attention towards the face. So almost like framing in the face with these shadows. Work our way up along the right side. And we'll do the same thing across the top. Starting from the center and just working our way out. Now let's darken up the tips of that fur. Starting from the outside, just working our way in. And we create a little bit of a nice highlight, a glare across the hair in the middle. Let's go back up to the top and do the same thing. Now I'm just going to add a shadow across the bottom of the horns. So I'm just going to lightly shade this in, coming in, getting a little bit wider along the bottom. And we just want to feather that out. Do the same thing on the right, going wider with that shadow across the bottom, and then up towards the top. And we'll just fade that out. Just going to darken up the inside of the ears. Now I'm just going to go in and add some shadow around the eyes and the bottom edge of the brow. I'm just going to pull that shadow coming down from the nose, down towards the mouth. I'm just going to add a darker core shadow across the bottom of the horns to give it a little bit more depth. So just going inside the middle and working our way in. Now as we get closer to the end, I'll just enhance the fur texture and add a little bit more detail inside the face. And always be sure to sign our artwork, and that's pretty much it. There's a sketch illustration of a Minotaur. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please make sure you subscribe because I'm posting new lessons every single week. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Hey everyone, if you really want to discover your artistic potential, then join our Club Masterclass membership. For just $1 a month, you'll gain instant access to exclusive members-only drawing tutorials, virtual art camps, and much, much more. Join our thriving community of passionate artists just like you and let your creativity soar. So just click that link in the description, and I'll see you in the club.